My name is Intern Raven. I'm back with another episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. So them. That is our real enemy. The end. 6. To be continued. I could have done that in the last episode. The Dream Island rocket present. 5 alive. Not quite sure that's true at all, really. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. The same people who put together this killing game and began broadcasting around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. And we're sitting in a pile of trash right now.
Anyway,
right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Look, bud, we have a way to open this door. Good, you still have that one thing. Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room. Of course I do. It's an absolute vital part of understanding the mastermind. I would never part with it. And they can open any door in the school, right? That's right. Then we should have used it on that door, huh? It's almost like Makoto. I tried, but it wouldn't let me.
it's true.
Let's find out. Kiriko took the key with the Monokuma with the design on it, then into the keyhole, and then click. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. We quickly opened the door and made our escape out of the garbage pit. Thank the gods. Finally, we were finally free. There wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. All the ultimates! Gotta catch them all. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Thanks for the upskirt shot. That's what I needed. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Did they outline her underwear? God, why are you so creepy, Japan sometimes? Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you say that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will keep my mind off of it. So Kiriko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said that you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So,
Ever since I can remember. You have amnesia! That don't mean shit! I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. Still don't mean shit! There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? If it's like your family tradition, right? So, because we take pride in it.
Indeed.
Pride? A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. This is how we uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed. We do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's also pride. Pride. So that explains it. Before I came here, when I was looking up about info on the school, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I didn't knowing that it was something a true Kirigi detective would never do. But the only reason you gave up that pride was the reason you go so far to enter Hope's Peak. Is because of how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You've had so much to talk
Wrong.
about. There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There's something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. Wait, what is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself. But apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigi family. He was talented, had a promising
However,
future, but he had no interest in the detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not so long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument. Young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted
Right.
to take you with him. If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me was happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I would have never had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kiriko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative, more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's why anyone in my position might say, but that's not true. There's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a really good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. And that's why I have to find him. To tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, they just cut him out like that. Our only connection is through blood. Nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? Isn't that the question though? Is blood really enough? Only connected by blood. Not by heart or soul. I was always shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. I know where we are. Looks like this is it. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us.
That's
Go back. Remember the hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that this is where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it shouldn't open with much trouble. Okay, well here goes nothing. I reached my hand and pushed against the latch. The latch opened with ease, and so? Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kiriko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. This is how we got out of the coach pit. I never would have imagined that's what this led. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer, huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed to the nearby surveillance camera. She was saying that rather than stressing over getting caught, we should just give up now. Don't worry. What do you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said it like something like that before. What does it mean? The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makoto's death. There was a moment when the mastermind let that guard down. There was.
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it's better for us if we go directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we really don't have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the
Shall we
gym.
go?
Let's get going. I don't like this. There are a number of things I do not like about this. I'll be honest. This is creepy. Can you go into this door real quick? I can! Yay. Another one? Cool. Give it a shot. What are we at? We're at 6. Okay. That's a lot of coins. I want to try to hit 70. That's what I would like to do. Damn, same thing again. Come on. That's a new thing, right? Yeah. Cool. That's not where I need to be. I need to be this way. I'm having chill out right now, for all things considering. I mean, I guess we're gonna have a showdown. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm not excited about this, but this is fucking insane.
Well now.
Like you said. Kiriko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto was supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You're supposed to be punished. Did Kiriko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
Shing!
If the guilty party is exposed on the class trial, they alone will be executed. That's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again! And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kiriko. Do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up the latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Black End and then executed, right? Hey! What are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined in that position, one person would protect another one like that. And in response to that unexpected developments,
indeed,
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it. Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Makoto. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened student is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me, not Makoto.
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. Well, what is this? A comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee
That's
I'll find
right.
some. Because you know how deeply you try to bury it. There is only ever one absolute truth.
Boom, boom.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was a killer, he would never have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution, he would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you love to inspire.
however,
And here we are, confronting you with nothing but hopes in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence? It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto right now, everyone out there watching this would become extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can't just say we're making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and
that's
square,
what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
True.
To do Makoto's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
Time for one last showdown.
This time,
One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial. One last showdown, in other words. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Makoto's killer, the mastermind. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little bit. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a
in
climax.
other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would certainly cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
Barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
Can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify you as a victory.
it's true.
That's what we've been doing, trying to do all along. Okay then let's bear it all! If you can claw your way to the truth of Mokuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
Guys?
then you win. But if you can't do all that, well, fix execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement! Well then, you learn the whole truth What kind of despair will you show me? Well, as excited as you, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
Once we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this all turned out. But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? The one who kills another student, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure, so what?
Hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mokoru is no exception to that. Huh? Mokoru's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations. Which means whoever killed Mokoru. It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people that take a single step in Hope Speaks since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go all quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry.
I'm done talking to you. I've got nothing left to say to you. I mean, you did kind of throw the ultimatum down. And we kind of did get everything we wanted. So yeah, I'm good. So get lost, would you? Why he's so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey,
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You really gonna let me go?
meh.
I don't even care anymore. You're all going to get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment. Overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out better than expected. Once again, I was in Kuroko's debt. Kuroko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept, huh?
because
It's all because of the one moment that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what do you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. But in other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull
However.
off. And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do
In
it.
other words,
And think of it another way. There had to be some reason they had to do something that difficult. Reason.
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
seem
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all the rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense, but if those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed
in
anybody.
other words.
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and to show that off to the world. But
Correct.
why? To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Havoc Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that. To try to prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
Right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really the only reason for making it the rest of us suffer? I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least, that's how those watching this would have seen it. That's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us ourselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Jonko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use their class trial, following all the proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when the fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope. To have defeat us in perfect
In other
form.
words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown they'd violated their own regulations. But all that was a hunch, right? You were still able to get the mastermind to accept your
However.
challenge. Well, it was only thanks to you that we got the chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't even have the slightest
Wrong.
clue. In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
however,
Anyway, we can't just relax yet, and we will find out why in the next episode of Story. Oh shit! In the next episode of Story Time. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.